Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Deadzerg and KuoVenChin on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player, it is KuoVenChin from Cascade Gaming. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, it is Deadzerg. So this is a GM level StarCraft 2 game that was sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. I will not tell you who sent it. Nope, that will spoil things, but I will just tell you this is a GM level game. So you can be excited about this PvZ as excited as I am to bring it to you today. Should be a good one. Should be an excellent one here. Alright, so Deadzerg going for the 1 Rax expand. Again, or 1 gate expand, rather. This is a huge ramp. Hard to wall off. Early Zerg pressure can be problematic. And look at this. KuoVenChin. It sounds like KuoVenChin, doesn't it? Is this like a play on words? KuoVenChin. I'm going to call him KuoVenChin. KuoVenChin here. Is going pool first. Got a probe here from Deadzerg. Trying to take down or prevent the hatchery from going up from KuoVenChin. And actually taking some shots here, but definitely delaying the attempt of KuoVenChin to take this hatch. Look at this micro on display everywhere. Just doop, doop, doop. Actually might die. No. Decides to leave rather than die, allowing KuoVenChin to take that hatch. Now, the probe needs to recognize that that pool is likely just about finished. The extractor now finished for KuoVenChin, which means that speedlings won't be up for a while. But definitely slowlings should be on their way across the map in just a couple seconds here. Although KuoVenChin is not actually making any earlylings at all. Why would you go pool first if you're not planning on being aggressive, especially on this map? I've seen this a little bit recently, and it's kind of puzzling me. I mean, Deadzerg's doing the traditional stuff. Cybercore, Nexus, Gateway, double Assimilator back inside his main. So there's nothing crazy here from the Protoss player. I mean, you would want to go pool first if your opponent's cannon rushing, for example, but I don't see any indication of why KuoVenChin would believe that was the case. Would believe it was cannons at all. I don't know. I mean, you get queens out sooner, which is nice. You can get some lings out sooner, which is nice, but I don't see the advantage of pool first over hatch first if you're just going for macro play anyway. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody smarter than me in the comments can explain what's going on. Queen trying to knock away that probe that's just scouting back and forth at the ramp for KuoVenChin. And yep, Queen here, ready to go, ready to inject in about 5 more energy at this point. And it's going to be a Twilight Council opening for the Deadzerg. So this could just be a Blink Stalker type thing. 1 Adept heading out for Deadzerg, as is tradition. Gonna try to see what damage she can do, and the answer is, I mean, quite a bit. There are 4 lings on the way, another queen here too. The positioning of the queen on the ramp to get as many hits off on the adept as possible. Great positioning here by KuoVenChin. Lings knocking down these, I was gonna say knocking down the unbuildable plates, but no. Here to chase away the adept instead, and then go back to work, taking down the unbuildable bricks. Oh, they are bricks on this map. They're not plates on this map. Another queen pops out for KuoVenChin, not making any more. I think he's got 3, which is a standard and reasonable number of queens, although again, we've seen mass queen openings just for defense from a lot of people, including buildings, recently, so I'm kind of surprised to see KuoVenChin stick with 3 at this point. I mean, it's normal, but at the same time, it's getting kind of weird. Lair on the way for KuoVenChin. Protoss player, multiple gateways, and researching resonating glaives. Alright, so using this for the upgrade for the adepts instead, actually throwing out a sentry. Here is the Deadzerg. Alright, so KuoVenChin has taken 2 extractors at his natural base and is just now, I was going to say, and hasn't saturated them, but hasn't saturated them now. 2 on this one. He needs 3. Come on, KuoVenChin. You're not GM because you forgot to fully saturate your extractor. Maybe he is. Maybe he is. Infestation pit on the way for KuoVenChin. That's a quick infestation pit. 4 minutes, man. It's kind of insane. Alright, Deadzerg, what you got for me? You got a 2-base attack, or are you going for a 3rd Nexus? That is the question of the day. Looks like based on the probe movements and the number of minerals he has saved up, that's a pylon at the 3rd base location anyway, and I was going to save up for that Nexus as well. You want to have the pylon so you can photon overcharge for defense. Nidus Worm. Nidus Network on the way for KuoVenChin. Yes, Nidus Network here. What is he going to put in this Nidus Network? He has 4 lings, and that's it. It's 40 to 41 harvesters. Both players doing a pretty good job on their macro with the style, but there's no army to put in that Nidus Network at this point. 2 spines at his front door. I don't know if I'd like this idea from KuoVenChin, just because... Oh, Swarm Host. He's getting Swarm Host. Alright, so 2-base Nidus Swarm Host attack from KuoVenChin. Again, the spine crawlers at the front, I don't like them because Adepts can just psionic transfer their way past them into your main base and take no damage from them whatsoever. If these were Stalkers, if these were Zealots, sure, this would make sense. But this is Legacy of the Void, man. These Adepts can just sneak right past you. All right, tossing out some Locusts. What do we got? Adepts. Adepts actually don't want to go in there. They surprisingly do not want to go in there. They check the third base. There's not a hatchery there. That's got to make them feel worried. There's an attack coming at some point, man. These Locusts just hovering in the sky. Gonna expire in the sky. I don't think I've seen that before. Bleh. I've seen them die up there. Like I was gonna say, Adept, Psionic Transfer right past everything. Ah! They come in. Why would you come in here? Lings on top of everything. Swarm Host disappears inside the Nidus network, then pops outside the Nidus network, then pops back inside the Nidus network. And the Nidus explodes. Oh! And the Nidus explodes on this island base just outside of Deadzerg's main. Meanwhile, the Adepts are still doing stuff, though. Locusts actually landing, and Locusts do so much damage to light units. Look at this. Blah. 2 Adepts do manage to survive, moving back into the main base, but there's a spine, 2 spines here. A lot of stuff for KuoVenChin. And Swarm Host, is it time to do this thing, Swarm Host? I think it's time to do this thing, Swarm Host. It's 55 to 33 Harvesters, though. KuoVenChin lost 14 drones in that attack. Ay caramba. That was not good. That's a lot more drones than I thought. I need to do a better job at counting drone dads. Here it is. First swarm of Locusts coming into Deadzerg's main. Phoenix coming out for Deadzerg. Gotta have 2 Stargates. By the way, time to land. Time to land. There are Phoenix here, and they do. They land going right after these probes. The probe devastation is going to be bad. No, Zerg pulls them away. Some Lings, some slow Lings get inside Deadzerg's third base. Just offensively as can all get out. Just insultingly. And the probes get pulled from Deadzerg's main. What do we got here? Are there more Swarm Hosts? They hide inside the Nidus Swarm. I think they hid inside the Nidus Swarm. These Phoenix are here, man. They pick up the Queen. Queen's already thrown down some Creep Tumors, though, and Spore Crawlers are here as well. So Phoenix not going to have a good time. Not going to have a good time now that these Spore Crawlers are here, burrowing on the edge, protecting the Swarm Hosts as best they can. More pylons coming up on this edge for Deadzerg. I think he's going to try to Photon Overcharge these away. Although, Phoenix versus Flying Locust seems pretty good. Are Locust light units? I bet they are. Look at that patrol pattern by Deadzerg. That's pretty. Woo! Yeah, that's a pretty awesome patrol. I like it very much. Another Nidus Swarm coming up at a potential 4th base by Deadzerg. Some Stalkers and Sentries around the edges of the creep here for KuoVenChin. I'm not sure if they're planning on attacking or not. And yeah, goes back inside. Lings once again. Here at the 3rd base, slow Lings. Nidus Network oh, bam. And here we come. Another group of Locusts coming into the 3rd now to finish what the Lings have started. And whack. They go ahead and they take down a pylon first. Can they kill some of these Adepts? No, they're trying to get this Nexus. Can they get it before they get destroyed? And they get the Nexus. Man, Locust DPS is good once they land. Deadzerg immediately replacing that. More Swarm Hosts on the way for KuoVenChin. Phoenix find this Nidus Worm. Nidus pop out over here. It's time to go. If the Phoenix are not here, this harassment by KuoVenChin is absolutely brilliantly insane. I love it. Locusts coming in, bam. Landing inside Deadzerg's main, killing pylons. Might eventually actually supply block the Protoss player, getting rid of gateways. Production facilities dying. Another swarm of Locusts coming in. And yes, they are light. They take extra damage from the Phoenix, but they can't kill them fast enough to stop them all from landing. Another pylon dying. More and more probes being destroyed here. Once again, forced to retreat for their lives. Deadzerg going for the attack at the front, but there's so many spines. I don't like these Stalkers' chances against spines. And guess who just comes home? The Swarm Hosts. The Swarm Hosts just come home, throw down some Locusts. The Protoss army is forced to retreat. This is probably the most effective use of Swarm Hosts I've ever seen in a Legacy of the Void game. I mean, yeah, they are nerfed into the ground in Heart of the Swarm. Legacy of the Void, we hardly see them, except maybe in ZVZ situations. And sometimes in PvZ. I guess we've seen them against Terran as well, but they're just not ever that good. But KuoVenChin doing a great job with it. Nidus Swarm, again, expectorating all of these Swarm Hosts. They launch their larvae, they go back in the Nidus network. Coming on down, can they get another Nexus here? They're trying to get an Assimilator, which seems like a weird target. But, oh, they get distracted by the Archons. Can they kill the Archons? No. Archons do a lot of damage versus biological, and Locusts definitely count as that. Coming back around. This Nidus network is still alive. is still alive. Burp. Locust landing, free units, taking out Stalkers, trying to kill Adepts as well. Trying to kill them in the air, getting a full surround on one of the Archons, though. Bam! Archon explodes. Explodes. More and more Locusts landing on in, focusing down the sentries. Maybe. I think this Nidus network is finally going to fall. Problem for KuoVenChin is that he's on 2 bases right now. He's on 2 bases. He's starting to get mined out of his main. Maybe he's going to try to take a hatchery at one of these bases. Dang, his swarm host count is at 24. Got 24 swarm hosts, you guys. Alright, so here it is. He's going to go all of the Locusts. Hope these Phoenix can't kill all of them before it's too late. Landing on some of these Stalkers. These Stalkers should not be here. They all die immediately. Locust coming in to kill yet another pylon, and they get 1. But the Photon Overcharge is a nice distraction, near as I can tell here. Locust coming in once again. Spore Crawlers trying to kill these Phoenix when they get a little bit too close to that island. Phoenix not sure. Okay, now they're trying to lift the Locust here now, doing a pretty good job of it. Another gateway dies though. Some probes taking some shots as well. And KuoVenChin, I think, is trying to expand at this island base in the bottom rightish of the map. And he is. He's going to take his 3rd now. It just seems like a little bit too late. Deadzerg already has his 4th base on the way. So it's 4 bases versus 2 to this point. 56 to 38 Harvesters. I like the harassment from Deadzerg, but I'm not sure that his macro potential is quite enough to allow him to win this game. Coming in again, Locusts just getting distracted. Getting distracted by Photon Overcharge pylons. They do get a Stargate and do some damage to another one as well, but he's just, I don't know that he's killing Deadzerg fast enough to really make this worth it. Deadzerg, on the other hand, again, has about 56 Harvesters. He's getting 5 gateways at a time. He's getting Storm, which seems like a brilliant choice against these Locusts. Trying to see if the 3rd base is up here for the Zerg player, and there's not. So he must know, or at least suspect, there's a 3rd on this island, because where else could he be? He's done a good job scouting otherwise. Nidus network replanting itself up just north of that 3rd base from Deadzerg. Hallucinated Phoenix scouting, and yes, he does find it. Hallucinated Phoenix finds the base, sees exactly what is going on. Nidus comes up, Locusts ready to go. Swarmhouse coming out of that thing, and bam. Once the Locusts come out, the Swarmhouse go back in. That's where they're safe. That's where they're sound. Locusts going after the Nexus. Can they get it? And yep, they're all landing. That Nexus is going to die. This 3rd base by Deadzerg is going to explode again. It's gone. Supply blocking Deadzerg temporarily. Trying to get that assimilator. Can't get the assimilator or the pylon. Spreading a little bit too thin here. Phoenix have not left their perch protecting the main base. Photon Overcharge is up again. I don't know if the Locusts have much utility here. I mean, I guess they are taking down the assimilator, which has about 600 gas left in it. And a warp gate as well. Can't quite get that, though. And another base on the way for Deadzerg up north. Nidus attempt at the natural of Deadzerg. This is a gutsy Nidus attempt by KuoVenChin. Can he get it? I think he can. I don't see any sign of Deadzerg pulling his probes at all. I think he's worried about this attack up the front. Can he get up there? The Spine Crawler count is insane for KuoVenChin, though. Pushing through anyway is Deadzerg. Can he get it? Locust joining the battle. This might be enough to turn the tide. Locust versus Spinecrawler, and yes, Deadzerg is forced to retreat. Nidus network pops here in the natural. More Locusts. Can they get this Stargate before they die? Yes! They get the Stargate in the main before they die. This, again, Nidus not being used in the natural base. Is Deadzerg coming up this ramp again? Seems like a bad idea. Seems like a real bad idea. Storm available on these Templar, though, on these High Templar, as they are known. Locusts trying to land and destroy everything, and Storm on top of the Locusts, taking them out pretty darn quickly. Bit of a whiff of a storm there. Spine Crawlers trying to do this thing. Deadzerg pushing up the ramp into several Spine Crawlers, 4 or 5 of them. A couple of them are under construction. I'm not sure if they're actually going to finish or not. And yep, enough to push them away again. Another fresh swarm of Locusts are here. Deadzerg says that is a losing battle. Another Archon gets left behind and destroyed. Where'd that Nidus network go? This one in the natural is still here. Get in there, do stuff. Oh, he's transferring drones using the Nidus network here at the third. That's pretty cool. I like what KuoVenChin is doing in this game. Oh, it's at the front. It's at the, oh no, the swarm hosts are in trouble. Oh no, KuoVenChin, did you make a mistake? Oh, the swarm hosts are in so much trouble. They're trying to retreat home as fast as they can. The Protoss army is on their back. Locusts have been left to distract the Protoss, though, and the swarm hosts might be able to make it home. Locusts going after this 4th base of Deadzerg. kind of towards the middle of the map here, and they're gonna get it. I think they're gonna kill all these probes, possibly. A lot of dead probes, actually. And the Nexus, can they get it with their DPS +2 attack? No, they can't. The Archons and the Stalkers take him out a little bit too quickly. More Locusts here in the main base. This Nidus network has been sitting here for KuoVenChin for like 5 minutes. Deadzerg has not noticed or doesn't care that it's there, and KuoVenChin hasn't made use of it either, is the problem. So the thing for Deadzerg is he's doing a good job expanding. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases, and one of them is dead, but whatever. KuoVenChin is sitting at basically 2. I mean, his main base is gone. And, oh, here it is. Swarm hosts in the natural. Ready to go. Swarm host count at 40. 40 swarm hosts. Hopping back in, and Locust just going to town. Twilight Council gone. Nexus gone. Gateways dying as well. Locusts have a lot more way to go with that +2 attack. Yeah, just absolutely eviscerating this natural base. Cybernetics core dies too. Here he comes. Deadzerg up the ramp for like the 4th time. More and more Locusts coming in. Storms on top of all of them, doing a great job. But Templar in the front getting killed by Locusts. Another Archon dies. Once again, Deadzerg is thrust away from this main base. What happened back here? There's something that happened back here. Oh, he's... KuoVenchin's throwing a Nidus network in his own main. So that's exciting, I guess. KuoVenchin's maxed out. It's 200 to 134 total supply for the Protoss, but it's 62 to 41 harvesters. It's just KuoVenChin hasn't lost much. He's lost 3 Nidus swarms. He hasn't lost a swarm host yet. Not a single one. 5 spine crawlers, 20 lings, and that's it. I mean, resources lost here is insanely in favor of the Zerg player. More Locusts here at the 5th base from Deadzerg here at the north. 58, 59, 60 probes gone. It's 46 to 41. Is KuoVenChin gonna win with his absolutely mind-bendingly crazy strategy? I mean, I feel like he could. I'm not gonna put any money on it though, just because the Protoss player has a lot of bases. Deadzerg is doing well at continually expanding, taking advantage of the fact that the army is not super mobile for KuoVenChin. Look at this Overlord line along this right side, but KuoVenChin, haven't seen that before either. This KuoVenChin guy is rad. Templar Archives gets taken down by these Locusts inside the main. Another pylon falls. The main base is wiped out. It's wiped out for Deadzerg. The natural's gone too. All that Deadzerg has left are his expansions, and he's in the process of losing those at the same time. There are Locusts everywhere. Everywhere for Deadzerg. More and more, or for KuoVenChin, more and more of Deadzerg's probes are dying. Another huge wave of Locusts. 52 Locusts in the sky, and this 4th base is gone. Assimilators out. Pylons out. Nexus gone. Severely supply blocked at this point is Deadzerg. The Locusts, can they clear out the remainder of these pylons? No, not all of them, but it's 146 to 132 total supply. Another Nidus is coming up. This 3-base massed swarm host with Nidus strategy is absolutely crazy talk. I don't know what to say anymore. I figured for sure the Zerg would lose this game. I don't think that's the case anymore. I just don't see it. I mean, it's a lot closer anyway, is what I'm going to say. Deadzerg's army is, like, surprisingly small for 18 minutes into this game, but it's just they've been fighting Locusts this whole time. Locusts go for the Nexus. Don't chase them. Go for the Nexus. A bunch of them going for the Nexus. A bunch of them going for the army as well. Whatever they can kill is basically free stuff. Get out of there, Swarm Host. Get back inside the Nidus network. Nexus gone at the gold base. Any Swarm Host died yet? One Swarm Host has been killed so far. It's 46 to 38 harvesters. Another Nidus network falls. I'm not sure that KuoVenChin cares. Throwing up another Nidus inside the natural to replace the one that died. Phoenix patrolling back and forth here. It's 193 to 120 total supply. KuoVenChin. I'm speechless. Another swarm of Locust to attack this 3rd base from Deadzerg that is not even mining from. He's going to lose this Nexus. He has lost 7 Nexuses so far in this game. 7. Locust trying to get a gateway before they expire, and they do. Another Nidus network exploding somewhere. Oh, gets Photon overcharged to death here at the 4th. So, I mean, Deadzerg is alive, right? Third base happily being taken by KuoVenChin. He's got a lot of spines here. Starting to mine from it as well. The army by Deadzerg, once again, trying to take out KuoVenChin because he can't chase these guys down. He can't do it. Spine crawlers here, but a lot of Immortal from Deadzerg. No upgrades on these guys, which seems like a problem. But they're here to take down this third base, and they don't care. They don't care who is here to stop them from doing it. Locust trying to burn these things down. Storms on top of all of the Locusts. The third base does get exploded. Protoss army's a little bit exposed here. A little bit exposed on this creep, but the storms are beautiful from Deadzerg. And most of his army is still alive after killing that third. So what are we looking at? He's marching. He's marching down. He's got his Immortals. He's taking out spine crawlers in 3 volleys. More and more Locusts coming down. The Phoenix are in the air to shoot down those Locusts. And this Immortal Stalker composition is brave. They're moving right on in to the natural base. Going to take out this main Nidus network. Bam. Gone. Changelings being dropped by KuoVenChin. Losing that second hatchery, that second base. Gold Nexus exploded again. Overlords going somewhere else. This is all that's left for Deadzerg is pretty much this base here in the top left. But KuoVenChin losing a bunch of stuff too. The only thing is, I don't know how he can get to this island base. I don't think he can. This is what we're seeing here. Yes, he's probably going to go ahead and wipe out this main, which is a problem for KuoVenChin. The Immortals here just don't care about spines, man. Locusts everywhere! Everywhere on Deadzerg's remaining Nexus. He's going to lose these robotics facilities. He's going to lose these pylons. He's going to get supply blocked. Robotics facility gone. Nexus. The only question is, will the Nexus survive? And the answer is no. Nexus is out. KuoVenChin has turned this into a base race, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody has... There is a hatchery remaining. I apologize. Hatchery remaining for KuoVenChin. And I'm not sure how Deadzerg gets there at this point. I think... Okay, so replacement Nexus is thrown up by Deadzerg. I keep wanting to say Deadspin. By Deadzerg. And also to the right here of that gold base, he's got one coming up. Phoenix finding the Swarm Host, trying to kill them by lifting. But it's just... It takes a long time, and they can't even get it either. That's the problem. Oh, they have Burrow now. They researched Burrow. Excellent. So good scout here by Deadzerg. More bases here by Deadzerg. So he's going basically down this right side, basically taking Deadzerg's, basically taking KuoVenChin's bases. Is the idea here? Swarm Host somehow in the bottom left. Oh, KuoVenChin just takes Deadzerg's main. Because why not at this point? This game is absolutely bonkers already. Might as well have the Zerg taking the Protoss' original main base. That's what I always say. Locusts being tossed out all over. Phoenix, again, trying to kill these Swarm Hosts. Can't quite do it. KuoVenChin doesn't really have any anti-air. There's the problem. These Phoenix are fairly darn effective. Locust finding this gold base. And going to take it out. Cancel it. Cancel it. Does it? Oh, he does cancel it. Gets the refund at the last second. Last possible second. Deadzerg desperately trying to mine something from these 2 bases. Who knows about these? Oh. He doesn't. Oh, the Phoenix. The Phoenix found all the drones sitting inside that main base of his. It's 19 to 22 drones right now. Spore crawlers here, again at this island. I don't know why he keeps coming here, except for the safety aspect, I suppose. Overlords scouting. Did he scout the 2 bases? He scouted the 2 bases. He scouted the 2 nexuses. The army finds this Nidus network inside the natural, kills it for like the 8th time. How many? 11 Nidus networks have died so far? Nidus worms, Nidus networks 1. I guess I should get that terminology correct. Ah, the Phoenix found all the Overlords. Run! Run, KuoVenChin! Get those out of there. They have speed. Right? Yes, they have speed. Go! They're not going. They're not going. Immortals taking out that hatch inside the main. I think all that's left here for KuoVenChin is this base right here on this island that is mining. Locust desperately trying to take down one of Deadzerg's remaining bases, but the photon overcharge defense is crazy talk by Deadzerg. He's got 3 of them. Well, 3 pylons anyway. Mothership Core. What do you have left, Mothership Core? I don't know. Overlords are running. They are running for their lives, coming back for the base defense. is the Deadzerg. Phoenix, man, they got a lot of kills. 21, 19, 18, 23. A lot of those are locusts, I assume, but still, Phoenix have been good. They're desperately coming down to this remaining base of KuoVenChin where there are spore crawlers. So they can save them. Overlords are like, help! Help, he's not supply blocked by any means. Oh, the Overlords are getting blocked by their own wall! Oh no! Get out of there! Okay, they are. Okay, I forgot about that for a second. I did. Spore Crawlers trying to kill the Phoenix as they're killing Overlords. Keeps them alive, though. Does the Deadzerg. And actually starting to get down into killing Overlords that are problematic. Here for KuoVenChin. He can't afford to lose too many more of those. Yep, the Burrowed Locust doing a great job. Are there any observers? There are not observers for Deadzerg. That's why he's making two robotics facilities. More Locusts down here trying to take out this second Nexus. The Phoenix don't even see them. Can they get the Nexus before? Oh, they get the Nexus. The Locusts get another Nexus. There's only the one remaining here for Deadzerg. Do these guys have another swell of Locusts? They do. These 5 swarm hosts have another bunch of Locusts ready to go. And they're coming in. Is there any defense here? No, there are not. Photon Overcharge is coming up, which is good. It buys time for the army to show up here, but pylons are getting taken down. Deadzerg is effectively supply blocked. Any observers? Oh, there is an observer. Finally, Deadzerg gets an observer. Burrowed swarm hosts meet their match. Immortal count just crazy, and they're so good, right? Because these are armored units, so Immortals do great against them. Run, swarm host. Run, get out of there. Oh, the swarm hosts are coming. Is KuoVenChin committing here, you guys? He might be committing. Run, say the Immortals. We can't deal with this many Locusts. We don't have any storm whatsoever. Robotics facility making additional observers does get taken out very quickly. Coming up, swarm host for the final battle. I feel like this is something like the final battle. Another robotics facility taken down. More and more pylons gone as well. Some Locusts going after these probes. The probes, again, forced to retreat by their maker. Nexus falls. Bam. Deadzerg is out. He's out. His final Nexus. He can make one more. He does have enough to make one more Nexus. Did all these guys retreat? They all retreated. KuoVenchin's strategy is working so well for him. Just so well. Deadzerg being revealed. Probes along this left side. Deadzerg has thrown up something new. What is it? He had a bunch. Oh, he's making it here. He's replanting at the gold base. Okay, he's replanting at the gold. Phoenix here trying to kill stuff. Oh, KuoVenChin expanded to the other island map. Good call, I'm going to say. Why not? Should probably throw this Spore Crawler. I mean, there are now Spore Crawlers in Queens. Phoenix aren't super effective at this point. I mean, this might be one of the top 5 games I've ever cast on my channel. I know it's GM and I know it's not pro, but hot dang, this game's been absolutely wonderful. I've had such a good time casting it. I don't even care who wins at this point. Nidus network is destroyed immediately by Deadzerg. Deadzerg saw that one because it was right next to his Nexus. All right. So it's 18 to 9 harvesters. Effectively one base to one base. Deadzerg has half a base. We'll give him credit for half a base is what we'll do. More and more Overlords are dying. Overseers getting killed as well. Deadzerg is severely supply blocked. 69 out of 24 available supply. What's our Swarm Host count at? 49. 49. Swarm Host trying to find different places where they can make an assault on this base. If they can kill this Nexus before the probes get that 400 minerals, I think the Zerg player just straight up wins at this point. So Deadzerg is desperately patrolling, but he's patrolling the wrong place. He's patrolling the wrong place. I don't know if it's enough. Locusts landing, keeping the army busy. More Locusts landing here. Can they go after the brigade? A bunch of the probes. Deadzerg is not going to have enough. The Locusts are going to take down the final Nexus. Deadzerg can't replace it. That might be it for the Protoss player. Yes, he has Immortals, but that's what Deadzerg calls the well played. Deadzerg is defeated, and KuoVenChin is our champion on New Gettysburg today. Whoa, Nelly. I have never seen a more successful Swarm Host strategy in my entire life. I can't believe he pulled that off. I kept thinking he's only on 2 base. He can't possibly have the economy to do this. But the secret was he never lost a swarm host. He lost 17 in the course of the game. Had 48 when all was said and done. I think it took him the first 15 minutes to lose a single swarm host. Yeah, he lost Nidus worms. That's a problem. Yes, he ended up losing his main and his natural and his third. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. The Locust DPS was too much. That +2 attack. 14 damage. Weapon speed 0.43. Target's ground, too much. The High Templar died. The Storm wasn't really available anymore. Man, free units, Protoss fans. You don't have to like them, I understand. But wow, that was the most impressive displays I've ever seen. I'm throwing up an epic tag in this one for sure. Whew. Okay, so I think that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Kale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Menhadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Raji Butt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.